This election is profoundly important, maybe one of the most important in history. This is actually, in many ways, a wonderful time in America, but it's also a time of some difficulty. We have a war against people who want to destroy our society and the institutions that support our society. That's important because people all over the world are using the institutions we've developed here for the betterment of their people. So, for instance, in Bangladesh, we have people that are making phone calls for 1 penny a minute. That's because of the technology we've developed here in Utah. We also are in America. Also, we have a little company here in Utah that has developed a banking smart card system, and 100,000 Bangladeshis now can keep their money in a bank instead of worrying about somebody kicking in their door and cutting up their mattress or lifting up their hearthstones to find the money that they've hidden in their house. These are things that we've done because of the complex institutions we have in America, and we have people who want to fly airplanes into buildings and blow up children in streets and do all kinds of horrible things that would destroy the significant culture and complex institutions that we've created. On the other hand, here in America, we're doing really well. In Utah, our unemployment rate is now under 3%. That's something that's astonishing. And when you consider the freedom that people have to do different kinds of work, to move from job to job or to stay at home and do some work for a man or a woman, a mother perhaps, with children, the opportunities that have been developed by our society are wonderful. And this election is about where we're going to go. Historically, I've worked very hard to keep the internet free from regulation. That is, free from taxation for access, free from taxation by states that want to impose sales taxes on taxes or on items sold over the internet. And I've worked very hard to keep the system open and free so that we can have the emergence of things like voice on the net or voice over internet protocol, which is now rivaling telephone companies with service, with quality of service, and with the kinds of products you can get online. I think these things are profoundly important, and when you think about what that means for maybe a kid in Quetzaltenango, Guatemala, who wants to get an education and can do it online because of what we've done in America to make the internet cheap and accessible, that's profound. And we're actually on the verge of some really dramatic changes in society that will improve your lives and mine. For instance, the last X Prize, the X is like as in a Roman numeral 10, it's for $10 million to a company that does something profound. The last one was for the company that did 3 suborbital flights. And now I understand Neiman Marcus has in their catalog a suborbital flight, so you can go into space for millions of dollars. If you have a few extra sitting on the sideboard, you could have your husband go or something like that, or your wife. That prize, of course, has been paid because we did suborbital flight. The next X Prize is for the company that can do an individual's whole genome, decoded genome, for $1,000. When that happens, and that is going to happen just like suborbital flight happened, the nature of how we do medicine in America is going to change profoundly. So we're in this environment in America where we're doing really wonderful things. No society in the history of mankind has been doing so many things that are so profoundly important for so many people over such a large area of the earth as we are doing here in America. Now, this election is a referendum on a long history of governance. I'm hoping that people who vote across America will recognize the importance of the election and elect people who will keep stability in our system. Now, we can do a lot of things to improve the system, and what we really want to do is create the environment where we can make these kinds of improvements that will make everybody's life better. I mean, we have Walmart now matched by Target and Costco saying that they're going to make generic drugs available, hundreds at least of generic drugs, for $4 for the whole prescription. That is profoundly important for America. I have worked very hard on these issues in Washington, D.C. I hope that if you agree with my view of the future, that you will support me, and I ask you for your vote.